Good afternoon. I was just talking to a client about an assumption mortgage. What is an assumption mortgage? Well, with all of these borrowers out there that have these really super low interest rates at 2.5%, 3.5%, a lot of people are asking me, well, why can't I just take over the mortgage that the borrower already has on the home? And that's what an assumption is. Well, basically, you can't take over, you can in some cases take over an existing loan, but there's still an equity portion that needs to be paid to the seller of the home. So what they owe on the loan is much less than what their house is worth. So what we call that is a wrap mortgage. So basically, you're taking over the existing loan if it's allowable by the first trust lender, and then you're getting another loan to wrap the additional equity that you need to pay to the seller. And wrap mortgages are very hard to come by. They're mostly held by sellers. So if you can find a seller that's willing to sell to you, let you take over their existing loan, which would be allowed by the first trust lender, their existing first trust lender, and they are willing to lend you the difference that you owe them in the form of equity, then that's a perfect assumption. But it's very hard to find people that will do that, A, because they usually want their money right away to buy something else, and B, it's hard to find a bank that will allow you to do that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but if you do find someone who would privately lend you that money, the rates would probably be a lot higher, is my guess, and the terms would be a little bit shorter, so you wouldn't necessarily have 30 years to repay them. So that would make the payment much higher. And that is why an assumption in theory would be a great way to get a low payment, but you still have to find a way to pay the equity. And that's why people aren't allowed or able to assume mortgages. So if you have any questions about assuming a loan, I know it's kind of complicated in a short 2-minute video, just give me a call. I'd be happy to go over it with you and explain it further. But I just wanted to give you an update. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.